Is Kevin Owens' WWE future in doubt? Plus, multiple planned SummerSlam matches have been pulled, and an all-new gimmick match has been added to SummerSlam. It's all in the wrestling news right now. Is Big Kev's WWE future in doubt? According to words that he said in the last couple of days, that might be the case.
Chatting away to the Toronto Sun, he said, I used to say I don't see myself not being in the ring for another 5 to 10 years. And if I said that right now, I'd be lying because over the last few months, I have to admit, I don't know if that's true anymore. I look at things and I don't know where I stand going beyond the next year and a half. I know I want to be involved in wrestling. I know I want to be involved in WWE, and I know I have a place here. I just don't know where it is exactly. Maybe it's still in the ring. Maybe it's not. I don't know.
I think Kevin Owens has such a mind for wrestling that even if he wasn't wrestling, he'd have something to offer.
Chuck him anywhere. Get him in the performance center, teach him promos or jumping off of high things. He'd be very, very good there. I mean, this comes because obviously he re-signed not that long ago. There was loads and loads of speculation regarding Kev, whether or not he was gonna re-sign. I'm so glad he did because I think WWE have treated him really well. In return, I think he's treated the company really well, and he's been put in a really privileged position multiple times. In fact, he had obviously the match with Austin. He's now half the tag team champions. He's a very, very featured man on WWE TV. I would be really, really sad to see him go and not see him in the ring. I'm not doubting his ability to go and do whatever he wants to try his hand at, and I'm sure he would benefit WWE in countless ways. I like watching him wrestle, and I'd be gutted. If it is just a year and a half, I guess that's when his contract ends, I'd be really sad.
It comes at a time as well where he's inactive. Well, he's still very much one of the tag team champions, but suffered an injury a week or so back, so not factored into SummerSlam with Sami Zayn. Whilst they never officially announced a match between them and the Judgment Day, I feel like that was a direction it was going towards.
Felt like the way it was probably going, yeah.
So that not happening at SummerSlam.
Maybe that's why they put the bloody North American title on Dom. Maybe, yeah, they were gonna have them up with all the gold, maybe, and wanted Priest and Dominic with the tag team titles, but that can't happen because of the injury, so maybe they put that on there, and then Damian Priest cashes in on Finn, and then I don't know.
Well, part of the we talked a little bit about one of the reasons why Dom is North American champion last week, which it was a chance for him to spend more time in NXT, sort of finessing some of the things he does, because he was very much thrown in at the wrestling deep end. So he never really had that time to go through the ranks.
Straight in there with Brock Lesnar, wasn't he?
Yeah,
a way to start.
As we all do. But that's a part of it. But that might factor into it as well.
Pure speculation.
Give him something. Yeah, we are pure speculating. The other match that was looking like was going to be on the SummerSlam card was Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus, and as of Raw last night, that's not the case now.
Absolutely. Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus set to have an impromptu match last night on Raw, but then Zoe Stark interfered from the offset, leading to a DQ. Adam Pearce then informed Trish that Becky would get a rematch, but it's in 2 weeks' time. It's going to be on Raw in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Zoe Stark is going to be banned from ringside. Fightful giving us a bit of an update on this.
Yeah, we're told that things changed by this weekend regarding Becky Lynch versus Trish, and the match was discussed to be moved to WWE Payback. Instead, it's going to be a feature match when the Raw comes from Canada on the 14th of August. The promo and the match in totality scheduled for only one segment on Raw. Becky Lynch wasn't originally scheduled to take time off around SummerSlam, despite that being rumored online. We don't know some of the reasons as to. It's been an interesting one with Becky Lynch, because there was a week or so ago where she was on the card for Raw and then taken off, and then like an hour or so before was put back on the card. There was this match that was back at the start of last month set to be part of the card for SummerSlam, and now it's not. So there's no
idea what's going on.
Seems uncertainty where normally is certainty. Raquel Rodriguez and Rhea Ripley was set to be a match for the Women's World Title that took place at SummerSlam. That one off for now, at least. Rodriguez was on Raw last night getting attacked by Ripley again, and Adam Pearce saying that Rodriguez not clear to compete, and when she is, she'll have the match then, but it probably won't be on Saturday.
I think this is a bit of a shame. I think the timing is really bad on these, right? Because the SummerSlam card was shaping up to be quite women's wrestling heavy for the first time in a long, long time. You had two matches on there. Obviously, we're going to talk about it in a minute, in fact. But you've got Shayna and Ronda, and you had Becky and Trish, both involved in singles matches not revolving around a women's title, and it's uncommon to see that on pay-per-view, at least multiple times, that you get a match which is just based around a feud. It's not based around a belt. So I was quite excited to see women's matches comprising more of the card, but now that's not, seemingly at least, not the case.
Yeah, it was looking like there was going to be 4 matches in the women's division. Now there's going to be 2. One of those being Asuka versus Bianca Belair versus Charlotte Flair for the women's title, and the other being, as you say, Shayna Baszler versus Ronda Rousey, which is confirmed to be an MMA rules match.
Oh, it's a brand new gimmick match. Is it the Lion's Den?
I would love it if it was the Lion's Den. The 90s boy in me would scream at the thought of the Lion's Den returning. A lot of people say that this is a feud that most definitely should end in the fight pit.
Yeah.
It feels like that gimmick is specifically designed for them with their MMA experience.
It's really spot on for them, isn't it? But they've gone under MMA rule. Maybe that'll be it. Maybe they've said it's going to be contested under MMA rules, and they go, oh, by the way, it's the fight pit. I'd like to see him in a fight pit for sure. I'm quite looking forward to that match. As long as Shayna goes over, I'm going to be a happy boy there.
So they haven't gone into details as to what it is, and I don't think they will until probably SummerSlam night itself.
I hope people walk in and there's a cage there hanging above the ring. I'll be happy.
Do not threaten me with a good time. We will end with a tribute, a celebration, if you will, because it was the life and time of Adrian Street have been shared all over your socials over the past 24 hours. It was announced yesterday that exotic Adrian Street has passed away at the age of 82. The announcement was made by his wife and long-standing valet, Miss Linda. Numerous health issues led to Adrian Street being taken from us at 82. An incredible, iconic wrestling career, a remarkable one as well.
Yeah, for sure. He's my dad's favourite, right? My dad has been chatting away with him on Facebook. Was in the process of buying some of Adrian Street's ring gear.
No
my dad
way.
absolutely loved him. He got a load of signed stuff. Like Adrian Street has a book out, which is a really fascinating read. His career was incredible. An amazing character wrestler doing pretty revolutionary stuff here in the UK as well, stuff that just hadn't been seen before. Really talented guy. Son
of a pit worker from Bryn Mawr in Wales, born in December 5th, 1940. There's an iconic photo of him and his dad at the pit.
It's one of the best wrestling photos ever taken, with the pit workers, the miners behind him. You can see it. Why am I describing it? His father and Adrian in the foreground. Yeah, it's so great. He was an amazing guy.
A performer that was decades before their time. The wrestling world has paid tribute. William Regal tweeting, "I'm deeply saddened to hear the passing of my friend and truly one-off talent in Adrian Street." Fellow Welsh stars, the Impact Tag Champion, Subculture, both paying tribute. Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster on socials. Webster calling Street a true pioneer and a trailblazer. Was honoured for him to be front row when we became the first Welsh champions in WWE.
I forgot that he was right. Yeah, they put him on the telly, didn't they?
Of course they did. Yeah. There's a phenomenal WWE Network documentary called Imagine What I Could Do to You. You can watch it right now. It's so good. Also, Triple H describing him as a genre-bending pioneer whose larger-than-life presence and ruthlessness became between the ropes, changed the wrestling world forever. Honoured to have called Adrian Street a friend. What
awesome.
A guy.
That's awesome, isn't it? That's like a really nice tributes, and there are plenty of them out there as well. 82, it's not a bad age, but a hell of a life.
We here at Cultaholic send our condolences and best wishes to the friends and family of the late, great, exotic Adrian Street. And we'll have more wrestling news throughout the day at cultaholic.com. Stay safe and imagine what I could do to you.